Right, that's wig, isn't it?
It's really tight.
No.
Look at these beautiful hands.
I didn't want these pirates to be, hooks for hands, eye patches, and trick-or-treat belts and, striped shirts and all of that. Because, basically they were rotting human beings. There was very little time to live, and you had, scurvy, and the ships leaked, and there were rats everywhere, and there's a kind of really fun, disgusting quality and texture to that.
These pirates are cursed, and that was the little edge that it gave for me to say, this is something really special.
I think the presumption we've made is that they are from a floating 50-year environment. Theirs is a much more kind of organic look.
Penny just went for it. She rented a cement mixer, put all the clothes in there, loaded it with bricks, and just ran it.
I was allowed to bring over Steve Gell, who's a master distresser and dyer, and he worked on all the principals' clothes. And it's an art form. So they arrive brand spanking new, perfect, and a week in his hands, and they are what you see.
Hey, it's clean. It's not supposed to be clean.
This was a very complicated exercise in that I knew I had to have masses of backups. So I manufactured 900 pieces, and then they sent me in the bodies.
You look absolutely lovely. Okay, next victim.
It's a bit of a madhouse when we fit, and much swapping. Oh, I've got this jacket, it'll be better on him. And they just kind of came together. But the other thing that was really a big contribution is that I had makeup and hair in the fittings. So they got wigged up, they got made dirty. So by the time I was given them, they already looked pretty good.
Off you go.
I remember the first day I came in for fittings and stuff, and I saw a picture of Johnny with all his bandana and his dreadlocks, and I'm like, oh Christ, I look like an ice cream, and these guys just look so cool.
We've had some really big days where we've had, between 30 and 40 hairdressers in, and 200 to 300 background working, mixtures of townsfolk and upper-class citizens, and it's an enormous circus.
It's just kind of like an assembly line. Whatever chair is open, you either go to makeup or you go to hair. We've had upwards of 50 makeup artists at times on the show.
Now this one will go, I almost have a dot to dot, see those dots? Right on the curve.
It's a certain technique that we're using to create the look on these pirates. I guess in layman's terms, it's kind of a layering of color and stippling. It's not like smudged on with a sponge, it's actually stippled on with a brush. So what it does is it really gets into the creases and the crevices, and it makes them look really grimy and really cruddy. A lot of it is like rubber mask greases and inks and all kinds of concoctions that we've come up with. And we found that pretty much dish soap takes off just about anything we put on.
It's really all about the teeth, ultimately.
The false teeth that are made are actually vacuum formed, so they're very comfortable for the actors to wear, and it doesn't inhibit their speech.
Prepare to board!
And it's just colored, so we never have to worry about touching up and making rotten teeth. We have several different contact lenses made from Mackenzie. One of them is soft that he'll wear all the time. The hard lens really bulges out his eyes, so he actually looks like his eye is protruding a little bit. But the idea is he has a wooden eye, and of course we have a lens technician with us all the time. Lee also wears contact lenses that are really, really yellow. He just looks so evil with these yellow eyes glazing.
And the apple's one of those next.
Jeffrey wears contact lenses as well. They're not quite as strong. It takes the brightness out of the eye, which gives them a real kind of sickly look. And Johnny actually has lenses that he wears too, but nobody would know it because I had contact lenses made for him that were actually sunglasses. And he wears those here when he's out shooting in the sun, so he's not squinting all the time.
I'm gonna teach you the meaning of pain.